going, guys? KAMZ here. I'm bringing you guys some Domination on Radiation, and this will be episode 1 of the Rusher series. The Rusher series will consist of my run and gun gameplays as far as objective games go. So far right here, as you can see, the guns that I'm using is the AK-74U with extended mags, the Python with a speed reloader. I've got Semtex, Nova Gas, Tactical Insertion, and for my perks, I use Flat Jacket, Hardened, and Marathon Pro. This class right here is usually my regular class when I'm run and gunning. So, to start off in this gameplay, like I said in my last upload that I did, my last commentary that I did, I talked about how me and my friends like to rush and how we like to push up and form our 3/4 of the map borderline. So we basically set our standards, and everybody gets into their position when they were trying to start off in the game. So right now, as you can see on the top left of the radar, you see 2 of my teammates. They're basically being the scouts right now so far. They have an upper hand of the lookout on where the enemy team is coming from. And right now I just captured B. These 2 guys freaked me out. I was like, oh crap, they're right next to me, so spray! So right now my friend just capped A, and in this gameplay we actually wanted to flip the spawns, and for some reason, I don't know, for me and my friends when we play on Radiation, we like to be on A side rather than C side, because when we have the spawns on lockdown and we've got everybody in their positions that we feel comfortable with, that everybody's got their personal spots, that like, oh, we'll defend flag B from here or defend flag A from behind the truck or something, but this is where everybody starts to set up their positions. And in this gameplay, of course, in the Rusher series, like I said in the beginning, this will be my run and gun gameplays. So I did not stay in one spot for very long in this gameplay. You'll see in this gameplay that I moved around a lot, and I end up working up a really big kill streak. And when I usually run and gun, I usually have my kill streaks on the high kill streaks, because I end up working up a pretty big kill streak when I'm running gunning, and especially when I'm roaming around and sneaking around in the enemy team spawns and running around circles on them, and I end up clipping them all off. Right here I get a double kill, and I pretty much was behind these guys, and these guys didn't even know. They just spawned up there, and that's usually one of those main spawn points on Radiation. Especially if you have on that side, if you have A side of the spawn, these guys are going to be coming out over here on C. They're either going to be spawning on the lower end of C, or they'll be coming out of the warehouse, and that's where they'll be exiting out from the warehouse 1. So far in this gameplay, I'm working up my kill streak still, and as you can see, I'm not camping. I'm moving around here, and it's a smart thing to do, is to move around, especially when you start working on these kills, and the enemy team recognizes that. They'll be familiar with that. They're like, crap, this guy just killed me for the 3rd time in my own spawn. I need to get this guy out. So common sense, they're gonna remember where you killed them from, so of course they're gonna come in the same area where you killed these guys. So right now, so far, I'm like securing this area on B. I'm watching if these guys, I'm pushing up forward, like I said, 3/4 of the way, a little bit ahead of B, where I am right now. This is like the borderline right here. But right here, right now, I'm in these guys' spawns, and it can be kind of risky sometimes, and sometimes you can catch these guys off guard and play a little mind game with these guys and run around in circles. And like right now, me and my teammate Spill's like across from me. We like looked at each other like, oh, where'd they go? We don't see them right now. They're coming out or what? So Spillchaser just ran over C to see if these guys will come up, and we're not going to hang around too much right now because we don't want to be in there too deep, and then that's when the whole crowd of the enemy team will just bust out and just kill us right there. So me and Spill was going back and forth, and then he ended up dying right here, and this is where I end up getting my SR-71, and this is where I start to build up my kill streaks, and I went the full on. I went the 8, 9, and 11. So right here I actually kind of got lucky. I should have died over here, but it's a good thing that I picked up another gun, because if I had my pistol, maybe I wouldn't have really killed this guy. So right here, this is where I call in my attack dogs, and as you can see, this is a big kill streak that I'm still working on here, and I'm in these guys' spawn. But the thing is about rushing into the enemy team spawns, it's dangerous, especially when your teammates are all like, oh, give me some kills too, I want some kills too. So two of my teammates might actually come and help me out, or they would want some of the kills and they want to build some kill streaks up. But the dangerous thing about that, if too much of your own teammates go into the enemy team spawn, it'll cause the spawns to flip. And that's what make it dangerous. Everybody's all in their positions. They're defending flags A and they're defending flag B right now. And if the spawns flip, and say if one of my teammates are like on a kill streak right now and they end up dying from behind, this is another way from preventing preventing from not being killed from the back all the time. I mean, you know, when Black Ops first started, it was really, really, really bad. I mean, you'd kill the guy and the guy would like spawn right next to you and you die. And I'm like, oh my god, I just killed you. I hate you. But that's the one thing about rushing an enemy team spawn. You can't have more than 2 people in there because you got a team of 6 and you've got 4 people, at least 2 people at A and 2 people at B. That'll keep it spread out, and we're not like, my teammates aren't like close together like right next to each other. That's not gonna fill up the space in our spawn. If we fill up the space in our spawn, have everybody all scattered out, we'll be fine. And if one person goes into their spawn and works up their kill streak, they'll be fine too. But the only thing is, you need to move around. When you're running gunning and you're rushing and you're in a rushy mode and you want to work up some kill streaks, this is the best way to do it from my point of view, basically. And as you can see, I've been doing a really good job. I haven't died too much and basically moved around, and right now I'm busting out the chopper gunner and I'm keep building up my kill streaks right now. And this is why the tag insertion comes in handy also. That's why I have that in my equipment, because if you're actually in a tight game and you need to cap this last flag to at least tie it, tag insertion comes in handy, because all the enemy team needs to do is flag grenade and you're dead and you end up spawning across the map. So tag insertions is really, really good to have when you're playing Domination. So yeah, hope you guys are liking the gameplay so far. And right here I pick up the FAMZ. I haven't used the FAMZ in a long time. You notice I'm like trying to shoot the guy, I'm like aiming above him, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm aiming too high. But I ended up picking a couple of guns after my AK-74U ran out. So right here I'm still roaming around in the spawn, and I finally die here. And there's my tag insertion again. It kind of gives me the advantage with the tag insertion because the guy just killed me above up here, and I don't know if he's still around here, but I guess he wasn't. And see, like I said in the beginning of the gameplay, this is where they're gonna be spawning. Like you saw those 2 guys coming out of warehouse 1. That's usually where they're gonna start running out from. And there you go, they start running out again. So yeah, this gameplay is to an end, and I ended up going 40 and 4. 1 capture and 2 defense. That's all I needed to do. So hope you guys like it, and give me some feedback. Let me know if you guys like this series, then I will continue it. So just leave a comment down there and explain to me what you guys would like to see more of, as far as like strategies or different gun types or game types. So it'll help out a lot. It'll keep you guys entertained for my part. So I'll catch you guys later. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Shooties!